this dude in this league I just joined. Who that?
It's that Jordan. I forgot when the water Jordan hit in the net in the front of them bitches. Shot 245 in the Walmart. I seen him. I was waiting on him. Somebody move. Oh shit.
Hopefully I can do something with this team. Shit, I just took them over. They like 3-6. Shit.
I don't know who he was. That was way past the free throw line.
The NFL season is hit high gear. Off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
I didn't see what all they had. They had 2 semis or 7 power forward.
Hey, ready? Little Wady. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Check. Presto.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons.
You talking about me or you on the game?
3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze nowhere to escape, and he...
Damn.
Man, come on, man. Shit, you rush that me and you want to foul?
Who I thought I had? I thought I had stuff there, too. Pick it up.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. It's caught.
They let that nigga get there.
He missed me. He blew.
He's taken down. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Oh, shit. That bitch over the goal. Try to touch it. I did not get to that hole. Good shot.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Lets it go for Nelson.
Good
A clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Oh, shit. Big shake up.
Ready. White 25. Follow. Turn it. 47 right.
Following the interception, Winston. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Looking for
God damn.
It's intercepted. Picked up by Johnson.
Damn, I threw a kick right there.
From Florida.
Yeah, he
and
wide
the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL.
Good
But
D.
I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Easy, opposite. 5-1.
See him over there. I see you over there.
After the INT, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good pick up. That's a
And that's the
foul
type
on
of play
him.
gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Tighten up. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Easy, opposite. 0-2.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
What he made
Picked
the
off down at the 10. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
He's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
The more money you make, the less money you get back. When they start doing that
The pressure gets there, and
oh, my God. I need me a job paying $10,000.
Able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hey, I'm out here grinding like a motherfucker.
Yo.
They give me some crumbs back.
For several reasons,
Man,
especially
quit
because they felt
playing
like
in
they
this
let
league.
little brother down back there.
Everybody got a dunk on me, man.
And they go into every job wanting to keep that guy.
9-0-0. They got
No
sacked like a
grass stains,
motherfucker.
no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put
Is it the real?
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted.
That was the perfect pass over the top.
Incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Good, Big Mike. Oh, come on, Big Mike.
There's Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman.
Got to roll with me.
That's going
Come
to be
on, man. These
knocked
Teddy
away
favor
and
these niggas.
incomplete.
Then it's song. I
That's
forgot
something
his
looking
song.
like something that they discussed all week
I
in
forgot
practice,
his
getting ready
song.
for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Ginn.
I'm going to keep shooting everything.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Open that bitch. I was in the pass, but open that bitch up.
Throw right side
Nigga.
here to start this drive.
They running
All the way down to the 36-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time.
Oh, beat this shit. Good defense.
Straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive.
I said, ooh, he dang, give me the corner.
To the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Oh, man.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Man, still gave it to him.
Now Breeze.
Ooh,
oh, 2K.
Thomas, he's got him.
Lights out. Get in now.
Michael Thomas, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset.
Get out, big boy. Dump it out. Hell, you dump it out.
And then the players and the coaching staff right now.
Come on, bro.
Can they win some games and feel better about themselves, despite the fact they have no shot in the playoffs?
27 yards there, a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, we got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again on 2nd down, Winston. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
There's Jones.
He made this shit too.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good.
Hey.
We are tied at 7.
Give me one more. Come on, do me like that.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
If I did it with money, I should have pulled them to the mid-range.
This fielded at the 2.
They were wide open. I had to put that.
Good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Good jump.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last.
Damn, man.
Giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Watch my mind back up.
Nelson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Jump, Luke.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
I thought that bit came out the rim and coming back toward the free throw line.
And this will not be returned.
That's why I said jump. That bit went back the other way. That bit going out behind the goal. Damn. He had his mind made up to foul out there. He did that bit.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Foul like a
Here's
motherfucker.
2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Look at this shit, man.
Now Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard
They
line.
couldn't number get that ball back. They gonna have to come to their ball.
Simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Man.
Ready? Let's go, let's convert. White 25. Hey, set 5 on the 50. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. That's close on the drive.
Go.
It's a big play. Winston to Evans.
Big buck.
42 yards.
Big book.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see,
Watch mine, somebody.
excited about.
Oh, they got covered. Good shit.
Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
No free throw.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Push him back.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Room here to run.
Oh.
And they finally
That's what I
get
thought you
him
were
down,
going
but
to.
not before he reaches the 34. A big play there out of Kamara. 41 yards.
First down, Saints.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Stop.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. After the sack on first down, Breeze hauling it in, Nelson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
You got to throw him back out.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You have to give him that animation to fake. You got to throw that back out.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And Lutz puts this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly.
He
But
should have been for
as you
it.
said,
No, shoot
incomplete.
that nigga,
After the
man.
incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by
Not a shot.
And his guys
Not a
have
shot.
got back at the closing
This
stages
big
of
man
the
is
first
fucking
half.
killing me. He was pissing me out,
Timing
man.
is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation when they decide to take it.
He completes it to Nelson. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Breeze now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Breeze. Lets it go for Nelson. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
That nigga straight burn.
What's good on the extra point? And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Good shot. I was like, what the fuck you do that for? That's a big bucket, though. We down 3. Watch that back door.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. 10 yards there in a bucket.
You're going to do that, you might well throw a alley then. You're going to do some shit like this.
Stage of the game, the run pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hey.
They go play action here on first down. He completes it to Evans. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the next.
Beat my ass.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Winston looking for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Nigga.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On the counter, here's Kamara. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jordan Whitehair. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Again, it's Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Watch the shit. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Slam, slam, slam. Here we go, even. Sonic.
On third down, here's Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. And Gay knocks this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Ready. We're waiting. It's a party now. It's a party now. Let's break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. Anyone happy about the 3-point kicker? Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if you're looking at contract time. You could have
probably 2 out there. I bought breakfast sandwich, like 2 songs and shit. Jimmy Dean, I probably 2 of them, and the rest would be 6 or 3. I don't eat that shit like that. I had to have me a whole meal. Yeah, but I don't like cooking shit though. I need something to cook, but I'm tired of cooking.
They can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long
every
touchdown
day.
that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They got that. You get that sub. You get that. They got that Philly kick, the Philly cheese thing. I fucked them up.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlton Davis speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, check. You're good. You're good. Ready. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. 21.
Throwing now is Breeze. Lets it go for Nelson. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Even.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep him to short.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Peyton Barber, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Gay is on for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I see.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one.
Hey, kill. Go, go.
And that'll set them back 5.
Ready. Yellow lady. Hey, kill. Jim. 13. Hey, Echo.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Hey, Charlie. Over. Watch the whip.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. It's caught. Nelson. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, New Orleans.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Easy.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Ready. Yellow lady. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 11. Crash. Hey, Delta.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Have they shown him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Slam. Jump, Danny. Jump. Hey, check 25. Let me go. Come on. Sunday. Check. Lucky. Check. Fresno. Let me go.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Hey, stop. Let me go.
Here's Winston. And he finds Howard complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
17 there and a New Orleans first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 18. Thomas, the intended target. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of the horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop.
Yes, sir.
One more horse racing theme. I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Tampa Bay, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they... And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Right.
Up and up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When up in this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have